before. And anybody who's hurting right now,
I love you, Yutshua! I
love you! This is actually my speech piece this year. So yeah, shout out to the speech team. Tonight, I swear that the man on the moon is a rapist. And the stars are nothing but scars, bullet wounds from humanity's drive-by, firing at the face of the sky. Tonight, crime would be too easy. It would please me too much. No, I don't want you to touch me. Because your hands are clean and I'm filthy. One of the worst feelings in the world is heartbreak. But although pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. As we grow older, we learn that life balances itself with the good and the bad. Anything and Dive by Andrea Gibson. And all the great therapists in the world might say, maybe your anger is good. Maybe your rage is you emerging from the cage of where you've been. So I try to be zen. But God fears me too much to hear me. Because you have a new girlfriend and I can't stand it. There are blisters on my tongue from pounding nails into the hearts of prophets, and just when I think I can stop it, Satan resurrects inside me and everything around me turns to hell. Last night I stole pennies from a wishing well to buy a rope, to lynch the last inch of hope from the planet. I wanted to be 80 together. I wanted to birth babies together and watch them grow up to save the world. Because you're the only one who could ever raise the sun inside me, and I swear that the ground beneath my feet was only soft because you walked beside me, and there were times I thought I was so lost. Even God could never find me, and you came up right behind me and kissed across onto my back. And it's things like that that's got me going crazy. Because I was thinking maybe the breaths we take together would make us live forever, and now you're killing me. Look at me. I'm dying. Not even trying to evolve when I wanted to be here. 40 years from now, I was going to be perfect. Was going to make my love feel like the first time you rode your bike without training wheels. Was going to hold your heart to my ear like a seashell till I could hear every tide of tears that you've ever cried. Then build islands in the seas of your eyes so you'd see there's land to swim to. Was gonna carve your name into my wrist so that my pulse could kiss you. Was gonna love you so well I'd wake every morning and tell you things like this. Bliss are the moments you're with me. When you're gone, my life hurts like hell. But I'll do anything to make you happy, even if it means setting you free to be with someone else. Life doesn't rhyme. It's bullets and wind chimes. It's lynchings and birthday parties. It's the rope that ties the noose and the rope to the backyard swing. Last night I prayed myself to sleep, woke this morning to find God's obituary skirting tears on my sheets. And I walk outside to hear my neighbor erasing 10,000 years of hard labor with a single note of his violin, and the sound of the traffic ran like a hymn as the holiest sleep of autumn fell from a plastic tree limb, beautiful and ugly. Sometimes love is a vulgar word, and sometimes I imagine Hitler at 7 years old, a paintbrush in his hand at school, thinking, what color should I paint my soul? And sometimes I remember myself with track marks on my tongue from shooting up convictions that would have hung innocent men from trees. Have you ever seen a mother falling to her knees the day her son dies in a war that she voted for? Can you imagine how many gay teenage lives were saved the day Matthew Shepard died? Could there have been anything louder than the voice inside his father's head when he begged the jury, please, don't take the lives of the men who turned my son's skull into powder, and I know nothing would make my family prouder than if I were to give up everything I believed in. And still, nothing keeps me believing like the sound of my mother breathing. It's tasting your rapist breath on the neck of a woman who loves you more than anyone has ever loved you before. It's choking on your beliefs. It's your worst sins saving your life. It's the devil's carving holes into your soul so that angels would have a place to make their way inside. Life doesn't rhyme. But still, life is poetry, not math. And all the world is a stage, but the stage is a meditation mat. You tilt your head back, and you breathe. And when your heart is broken, you plant seeds in the cracks and pray for rain. And you teach your sons and daughters that there are sharks in the water. But the only way to survive is to breathe deep and dive.